Well, those folks up in Chicago have been hard at work turning up some new and exciting products across their mountain lineup. And today, we've been graced with two new incredible products. We have some new brakes and some fresh Eagle transmissions. So, buckle up, settle in, because today we're talking about Sram. First up, let's take a look at these brakes. These are the Sram Motive brakes, and the Motive brakes are actually a complete new system from Sram and are designed to be a lightweight, trail, or cross-country oriented brake system. These are going to be aimed at replacing the aging level brakes in the current lineup, but in order to deliver a modern XC brake system, Sram had to totally reimagine what a lightweight trail brake should be. So starting with the caliper, these are going to be 4-piston calipers across the board. This is really nice because especially in racing, the key to going fast is being able to stop faster. Being able to brake that much harder and that much later than your opponent may just give you that fraction of a second to secure a win. But there's other benefits too. A braking system that's not only powerful, but reliable and consistent is going to empower even the more casual riders to charge more confidently. In fact, this is why I generally recommend brakes should be the first thing you upgrade after your tires. So having relatively big calipers, even in this lightweight setting, is great to see. Another big thing is that these Motive brakes are also going to be using mineral oil. This is a huge improvement over SRAM's old dot fluid. Now, while it's true that dot fluid can typically handle higher temperatures before boiling over and handle the extreme cold better, mineral fluid is going to be much less caustic than dot fluid. Also, mineral oil absorbs much less moisture over time, which means if your brakes sit around for a while, there's a good chance they'll be ready to go ride when you are. However, regular bleeding is still recommended and necessary. But SRAM's transition to mineral oil across their lineup of brakes is definitely a welcomed improvement. I'm also happy to see SRAM is continuing their new naming conventions. Their good, better, best approach with bronze, silver, and ultimate make it really easy to identify where each brake is positioned in the market. Starting with the bronze, this is their entry-level brake, and truthfully, there's not a lot of compromises here, especially for something aimed towards the entry level. The finish here is really nice with a black anodization and a matte bead blast. The lever itself also has a tool-free reach adjust, which is awesome to see at an entry-level brake. Moving up to the silver, the big difference here is that the blade pivot is actually using a bearing rather than a bushing that you find in the bronze. This bearing is going to allow a much nicer lever feel and more precise modulation of your brakes. The silvers are also finished in this nice gloss black anodization. If you're a rider whose ultimate goal is to shave every gram possible, then upgrading to the Motive Ultimate gets you all titanium hardware and a carbon lever blade. The finishes are also top-notch with either this clear anodization or a teal splatter. I'm a huge fan of the fun colors they're bringing to the Maven brakes, and I'm really excited to see these carry over to the Motives. All in all, these new Motive brakes have the potential to be an awesome companion on your light-duty trail bike or your cross-country race rig. It's clear that SRAM has put a ton of effort and engineering behind these new brakes, and I'm really excited to see them out on the trail. Now, the next big thing from SRAM, and this is something I've personally been waiting for quite a while now, is this. These are new mechanical Eagle transmissions. Now, if you're a bit of a Luddite like me and tend to think batteries on your bikes without motors is just kind of silly, then this is a huge deal. A short while ago, SRAM released their T-Type transmissions, and it really kind of rocked the cycling world. They were not only robust, easy to set up, and actually encourage you to shift hard under load. Now, for the first time since the T-Type's inception, SRAM is offering T-Type drivetrains that are actuated by good old-fashioned and reliable cables. So SRAM is offering these analog T-Types in two distinct flavors. We have the Eagle 70 and the Eagle 90. The Eagle 70 is going to be geared more towards the price-conscious and entry-level rider, whereas the Eagle 90 is going to be the more premium option. However, across the board, one of the key principles of these mechanical T-Types is an emphasis on user serviceability. In fact, the Eagle 90 derailleur we have here is the most rebuildable derailleur that SRAM has ever manufactured, with nearly every component on this being available as replacement parts. Also, true to the electronic T-Types, the install and setup process of this drivetrain is pretty dead simple. You pretty much just install the derailleur, route your cable, get your cable tension right, there are no limit screws, no bead tension, no problems. SRAM even has a companion app where you can put in all your bike's information, and it'll calculate the exact length of chain you need and show you where to cut. As a DIYer, SRAM's attention to people working on their bikes at home is very nice to see. Speaking of DIY, like the battery-operated T-Types, SRAM is offering complete upgrade kits for the Eagle 90, which comes with pretty much everything you need to do the conversion. This includes the derailleur, the cassette, shifter, and cranks and chain. I would say the only thing you might be missing, if you're not already coming from a SRAM system, is a dub bottom bracket. The cassette is the XS1275, which is the same cassette on the GX Eagle T-Type. It's got the same 520% range with 10 to 52 teeth cogs. However, the lower cogs are nickel plated, which not only make them stronger, they are also quieter. This cassette is relatively lightweight, coming in only 445 grams. The shifter has this really cool boxy design and nicely textured levers. However, it only lets you move up the cassette 2 cogs at a time. Focusing our attention on the cranks, they feel robust and are constructed from forged aluminum. I'm a big fan of the integrated bash guard on the chainring. The chainring itself is made out of steel, but is finished to match the cassette with its nickel plating. So the components are all really nice and feel very premium, but how does it actually ride? Well, really good actually. Like, I really like it. I've always been a fan of SRAM's drivetrains, and this feels like a culmination of everything they've learned over the past decade or so making one-by systems. Shifting under load feels fantastic. It's really fun being able to dump gears coming off a descent and into a climb without really having to think about your pedal strokes. I would say my only small complaint, my only real criticism with this system is that the shifter only allows you to dump 2 gears at a time. Being able to shift down multiple gears has been a staple for a while. Now, SRAM claims that they looked at their user data, and most of the time, most people don't dump more than 2 gears. However, it does feel kind of limiting. But all in all, I am very excited to have a T-Type transmission that doesn't rely on batteries. So, unfortunately, that's going to be a wrap for us today. I hope you enjoyed these new products from SRAM. I know I'm pretty stoked on this mechanical T-Type, but I'm curious, what are you most excited for? Let us know down below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep pedaling.